left hand side of your steering wheel, you've got your heated steering wheel button. So when you put your heated steering wheel, the little orange light comes on to indicate that that's there. You've got your volume for your radio and a mute on there. You can mirror that with the actual knob on the stereo, so volume up and down, just press it to mute. Your mobile phone pick up and put down is on here, and then you've got your seek, which if you see, well, if you flick down on here, it will change your preset on there. So that's pretty straightforward, but we'll go through the stereo in a second. And then you've got your voice control, which goes with your Android Auto or your Apple iPlayer, which I will show you in a second. We'll just bypass the stereo for a second. I'll do a separate section on that. So in the heater section, you've got your heating elements for your front windscreen wipers, the heating element for your rear screen of your cabin and your hazard lights. You've then got your temperature control on the outside of that knob, the fan speed on the outside to the knob to the left, your aircon is a button in the middle, and we've got recycled air and then direction of flow. Below that, as you can see, I've got my seat already warming. We've got 3 heat settings for the seat, but we've also got 3 cool settings for the seat. So in the summer, if you're feeling a bit warm, you can have cooler air blowing through the seat itself, and you've got the same for the passenger side. You've then got cigarette lighter power point, USB and auxiliary point, and another power point there. So if you've got phones and cameras that you need to plug in, you've got plenty of power points on there. Behind that is your gear stick. Now we've got an EWP button here, that's economy, winter and power. That will affect the way that the gearbox changes. So economy, on your thing here it says eco, you probably can't read it, but the little green light. If I've changed it, it's changed to power. I press the button again and it's gone to winter. Now what that's going to do is either make the gearbox change a bit longer, so if you're towing it goes into power mode perhaps if you need to, and it will keep it in the right gear longer and longer to give you more pulling power. Economy obviously makes it the best for general usage, and winter as if it's icy and things and you want to try and minimize any sort of slippage, then it will perhaps short shift a little bit. Now if you bring that back into reverse, you'll get your reversing camera come up. You can see the tow bar at the bottom of the screen there, and then you've got your red, amber and yellow lines on there. Now your yellow, very end tip of your yellow, you're about 2 meters away from the object behind you. When you get to the amber one, you're perhaps 1 meter away, and when you get into the red one, you're probably 20 centimeters away. My recommendation for that would be that when you're actually reversing up to something, I would reverse up to, say, a wall first, and drive until the yellow touches the wall and get out and have a quick look, and then reverse again until the amber does, and then the red, and then you'll physically know that in your head where those are. And then if you wanted to drive manually, you bring it back to drive, changing gear, pop it across to. So if you look in here, we've got number 1. I'll just pop it across, we've got D. So to change gear when it's in this position, you literally just nudge that button forward. So now we've gone to 2nd gear, and I pull it back and it's gone to 1. It literally is just done with that. Behind that, we've got our 4-wheel drive system. So we're 2-wheel high rear drive at all times. Should you need to go into 4-wheel drive, you can go from 2 high to 4 high while you're driving. You literally just click the button across. You're sort of sub 40 mile an hour while you're doing that. You would only want to go into that if you were struggling for grip. It's not for general driving mode, or if you were towing something up a hill and you haven't got any turns, or it's a straight pull, and perhaps you needed it, then you could use it then. But generally it would be for muddy or snowy, icy conditions. and then to go into 4 low, you go into neutral, foot on the brake on level ground. The 4-wheel low light has come on. I'm going to keep my foot on the brake and go back to 4 high. You'll see the green light flashing, and you'll hear the locks come out, and now we're back into 4 high, and now I can switch it back to 2 high. And now I've gone back into park, and then my handbrake obviously is here.